friends, it's Brittany and Papyrus. How are you? Hey, I wanted to show you these adorable tags. These are so cute, and just with a few components, you can easily and quickly put together these adorable tags. They are layered, they have texture, and they make the cutest and most perfect junk journal snacks. They are so easy to put together, and not only that, but they are the perfect scrap buster. So let me show you the technique I use for putting these together, and let's get to it. So you're going to want a couple pieces of this medium to heavy cardstock. And in addition to that, you are going to want a tag punch. If you don't have a tag punch, no worries. Grab yourself some scissors and a hole punch, and I'll show you how to structure a tag. Grab yourself a couple of these pins. Grab yourself some paper, maybe some embellishments, some sewing pattern. So we're basically looking for things that we can use to make the base of the tag. Materials that you can easily layer and collage are perfect for this. Okay, next you'll want to cut yourself some really small pieces of fabric. This is what we're going to layer onto the pin. Fabric, lace, ribbon, tinsel. These all work perfect. And second, you're going to want to grab some beads or some charms. You want them to be small and you want them to lay flat. You don't want things that are going to be really bulky. These won't fit on the pin well, for example, and they won't fit in your journal very well either. Now you have everything you need to make the base of the tag. So first, if you have a tag punch like this, which makes life a lot easier, you're going to want to cut yourself some different kind of square shaped pieces of cardstock. Okay. If you want to make a long tag, obviously leave the piece of paper really long. I kind of like the shorter, semi-short tags. So I'm just cutting a couple pieces. Okay, next we're actually going to make the tag. If you have a tag punch like this is real easy. You just put it in like this. If you have some overhang, you can see these are delineated. This is a 2.5 inch, 2 inch, 1.5 inch tag. If it hangs over the side, that's okay. Just try and get the tag in the middle. And if you flip it over and just kind of look, it makes it a little bit easier to do that. Okay, this is what you'll get. Okay, here we have a little bit of overhang, so we're gonna try and get it in the middle. Okay, much better, much more even. So we're gonna take our scissors, and where that point meets, see at the end of this slant here, we're just gonna come here and cut. So pretty even. Okay, now if you don't have a tag punch, here's what you can do. You want to fold your tag in half, or your piece of paper in half, without really making a crease. Okay. And you just at an angle want to cut about here. Okay, perfect. We got an even Stevens tag. And then you can still kind of see the crease where I folded it on itself. We're going to take our hole punch and we're just going to make a hole right along that crease. And that should be about even. Okay, there we go. So kind of a short, stubby little thing. Let me show you how it looks different if you cut it at more of an acute angle. Here, we're going to make our crease. Instead of cutting like this, I'm cutting like this, more acute angle. There we go. That's what that looks like. Find our crease, punch our hole. If you don't have a hole punch, I guess you could try and carve out a hole within like an owl or something like that, but I don't know. Just get a hole punch. This is like 99 cents on Amazon, seriously. So now for the fun part. Okay, I like the way the book page collage looks. So I'm gonna I have an old book page. It looks like a dictionary page. And you know, these don't have to be the same on the front and the back. I am making them for my red and pink themed floral Valentine journal. So you'll probably see hints of Valentine's Day and roses and things like that in these tags, but obviously you can feel free to make whatever kind of tags you would like. Let's just collage some papers on here. Nothing too crazy. You can sew these if you want. I think it gives them some nice texture for sure. I'm in that stage where I've put the papers in my journal and I've started making some pages, but I have a whole lot of different things on my desk all at once, just because, you know, when you're making a journal, you kind of start pulling everything out because you're not really sure what direction you're going. And so I have and you haven't put hardly any of it in your journal yet, so I have so much crap on my desk. It's unreal. So this is a great scrap busting project, and I thought, you know what, this is the perfect time to do it because I can't even see my desk. When I was moving the camera around, hopefully you guys could see like what a mess it was, so you understand the need for this kind of a project. So I'm just trimming. No need to measure anything. This is just a fun, kind of relaxing project. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna put a focal point on here. I'm not sure what that's gonna be yet, so I'm just collaging the book page on, and then we'll kind of decide which direction we're going. I was looking for kind of a relaxing and low-key project to do today. I was kind of tired and just, I don't know, not really feeling like doing anything crazy. Some doily on here might be pretty. Let's do some doily. It says my darling. There's some pretty birds. Oh, I like that. Maybe we'll do, like I said, you don't have to have the same front and back, but I have these 2 bird pieces of ephemera and they're adorable. I think I might want to do kind of similar theme on the front and the back. Don't worry if there's overhang, we'll just cut it right off. I should not have turned it over. Should have waited until it's dry, but you know, it's hard. I'm very impatient. All right. I love that. I think when you do like use book pages or you know whatever kind of pages you use, and then can get some different color papers in there, and then use like a different texture paper like the doily or something that's a little bit thicker or has a bite to it, and then add a focal point. I think that's perfect, and that's my favorite way to make these. But I think the layering is layering always just makes everything look better, if you ask me. Oh, I really love that. I think that's beautiful. Okay, I have some ink here. I want to spruce this up a little bit. This is Distress Oxide in Kitsch Flamingo. And you'll see how quickly these tags come together. They're so easy and so fast, and you can make a ton of them. Okay, I really should be waiting for this to dry, but we're just gonna move on for the sake of time in this video. Okay, so grab your pin. All right, I like to layer the largest item first. Usually that's going to be fabric. Okay, so I have some little bits here. I think with the doily and everything, the lace is going to look really nice. I have this. Okay, if you're wondering, I usually do not layer items on the front and the back. I just pick one side. So I'm just layering things up here. So usually the lace will be the largest item, or you could use cheesecloth, ribbon, fabric. If, for example, you're using a really little piece of fabric or lace, you may want to include that later. But regardless, you want to include pretty much the largest piece of texture. You want to include it as the base. Now there's so many different things you can put on here. Here I have ribbon that I've trimmed down. You could trim this down further. I have here, I've trimmed some flowers off, a leaf. So I think I'm happy with that. I was thinking I could put this little flower on. Kind of matches the floral theme going on down there. You can put paper too. If we wanted to tie these themes together, we could even rip off another little piece of doily to put on here. And maybe we'll do that. I just don't want to completely cover up the flower. But we could take this. Isn't this darling, guys? See, so it doesn't have to be hard or labor intensive. Sometimes it's just the small little things that end up being our favorite projects. So I think I want the flower on top of the doily. Flower's kind of small. Okay. Alright, so we have layers peeking out. And maybe we want everything on here is like white or beige. Maybe we want a pop of color. But I don't want to cover the fabric with the fabric flower. So I'm thinking about this little seed bead. Oh, how cute. I really like that, guys. I really love that little seed bead on there. How fun, right? And that came together so quickly. And this is a perfect, cute little tag for our journal. One of the other things I was thinking of is this butterfly we could add. It would kind of add some bulk, but you could perforate the little wing here and add it on here just to hang. Just a couple ideas. I have some charms here we can put on our little tags. So really, I don't think there's anything, if it's small, there's really nothing you can't put on the tags, and they look amazing, right? So let's work on one of these long ones. Okay. I have this handwritten letter ephemera I think would be beautiful. And it also adds some really nice contrast. So let's do that. I'm going to try not to gum up this one like I did the doily one. Okay, you definitely don't need the same front and back, but I like to keep a similar theme going. So just going to add the other piece on the back here. Okay. Now again, I like the contrast of colors, so maybe we'll pick something light. If you're wondering, these are just little pieces of ephemera I got probably through AliExpress, you know, that comes in those packs. kind of random. They're everywhere. You can get them on Amazon, Temu. They're good for collage. Sometimes, I don't know if you've ever looked at them, sometimes what they say, they're kind of weird. Like I got a Valentine Day thing of ephemera and a bunch of it had like happy birthday in it. I don't know if it's because it's manufactured in another country where they don't celebrate the holidays that we do. So it kind of just, I don't know. Sometimes some of what it says is like the sentiments on there are weird. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I don't know. You can also sew these. I love sewing around them. I think it really adds a lot of texture. Looking for the tag. I may have to show you guys later. But it's one of the tags I showed you in the beginning of the video. I just sewed around the tag. I thought it really made it pop and gave it some extra character. Okay. The other thing I love coloring the indentation of the tag. I mean, obviously if you didn't do this with the tag punch, you'll just be getting a regular old circle, but you can still go around it. But there's this distinct indentation when you use the tag punch I have. And I love just giving this a little color here. These are the Craypas oil pastels. Junior artist, if we're being exact. That's how I feel about myself, a junior artist. I'm not really artistic. I just like pretending I can be artistic and love doing these projects, but I'm not actually very talented. Junior artist. Okay. Now, oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I love that. Because it's kind of bland. It's not bland, but it's very, maybe we'll do some stamping. It's very, what's the word? It's very neutral, which is, it's fine. It's good. I just think it, something like this that gives some color, make it pop. This is a calligraphy stamp I have. You can't really make out what the words are. I think it would be really cool, especially up top. We don't have much, you know. Certainly adds another layer of something, some interest. Okay. Oh, I love stamping on these. Okay, so let's put down our little sticker here. It's so hard getting these started sometimes. There we go. I'm going to put it on this side or this side. Put it on this side. I'm wondering if I have any more like butterfly ephemera. Oh, this is beautiful. I love this. Okay, we got a little bit of overhang. No worries, we'll just trim that right off. I have all this ephemera, these ephemera packs I ordered, and I forgot I did, and I've been meaning to use them. And it's sad, they've been accumulating. I keep ordering more. I forget I have so many. I like this one. Okay, now that we've cut off the overhang, we can go ahead and ink up the edges if we want. You don't have to. I think I'm just going to go in with my black here. See, I think layering is the key to getting these to look really good. Like between the book page, the stamping, the ink, and then a focal point on top. I love that. Okay, let's get our pin. And we're going to start adding components. Make that the front. Okay, I have this really pretty, not lace, it's like trim. I definitely want to put that on there. Why don't we add one of these? I don't want to use this perfume. This is very like Victorian and elegant looking. Not sure it'll fit. Oh, it does. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. Do you like this? I love this. Okay, let's do one more. I have this washi tape sitting in front of me. Let's do this. There's a rose. Rose is on a clock. Well, you know what? We'll make this our focal point. Let's get some other pages down. So let's do a little bit of collaging. We could use some sewing pattern. I love using sewing pattern to collage on journal cards and masterboard and tags. Love, love, love. a lot of times I'll Mod Podge over it. I'm not going to. I think the glue stick will be fine for keeping this down, but especially if you're collaging a large area with the sewing pattern, you may want to. Also, I think it has a tendency to come up because you miss spots when you're gluing. Hope you guys are enjoying this. I made these for Halloween this last year and I absolutely love this, so I thought we had to do a tutorial on it. These just make me happy. They're so cute, they're so fun, they're easy to make, and you can clear your desk off in a jiffy with this because it's a great way to use up your papery bits, your fabric bits, your little beads laying around. It's perfect. All right, let's do our trimming. Alright, so I'm just looking in my little retro pile here. Wondering if I want to... Okay, this is another thing that I love putting on these is paper punches, the negatives, onto the pin. A lot of these punches are going to be too big. Let's see. Oh, I said we were going to do washi. Okay. We can. I'm just trying to think what might go with that. Something more elegant. Okay, I have hearts for the front and the back. Let's do that. Always put some extra glue on your washi. That's beautiful. I don't know, is it too much? Yeah. I have these little pieces. Oh, I have some postage stuff. Let's do that. Beautiful. Okay, why don't we do the same thing? We're going to line around the punch. I just think it kind of makes it pop a little bit. Okay. And I really like this H mahogany. I'm gonna go for it. I think this one would look really nice sewn, but I have pink thread in my sewing machine right now. I don't think that would really, that's not the look I'm going for, so I'm gonna skip it. Yeah, but don't be afraid to sew these bad boys. I think this is beautiful. It's gonna make such a really pretty tag. And I love having interactive things in journals, and I think when you have layered things with a lot of added elements and fabric and buttons and beads and stuff, it just, I don't know, gives it a different experience. Okay. I also have these negatives. I think I'm gonna use this instead of the bright red. This is just punched out on some like coffee dyed or coffee stenciled paper. I have a clock charm. I think would look great here. That's the obvious choice. Some lace. Yeah, why don't we go with that? And we could actually add 2 different kinds of lace if we wanted. I have another little thing here. Let me grab a pin. So remember, we're going to add the largest piece first for our base. We could just add it right through the hole, but I think the charm will cover it up. So I'm going to make a separate hole here, and this way the heart hangs down a little bit further. Beautiful. Oh, I love these so much. These are so adorable. Okay guys, I hope this inspired you to make some tags of your own. This is a blast, and I have a whole lot more scraps to bust through. So I'm gonna be making these for a while. This is one of the funnest ways I think to bust through scraps. These are the tags we made today. Here is one of the prototypes. How adorable, right? So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe. My videos come out on Monday and Fridays, and I can't wait to see you the next time.